Prune juice, capsaicin, mala sauce, a magic candy, and a chili pepper upgrade. That's what we all have in the game today after the update for the Tri-Wizard Cup. Oh, did I say Tri-Wizard Cup? I didn't mean to talk about Harry Potter here, but that's basically what it is, the Tri-Wizard Cup from Harry Potter. Anyways, guys, in today's video, we're going to be talking about should you summon for Prune Juice Cookie, should you summon for Capsaicin Cookie, should you get Mala Sauce Candy, and is Chili Pepper even worth upgrading now? So we're going to go over all those things today, guys, so let's go ahead and start off with Prune Juice Cookie. Just as a basic rundown of what Prune Juice skill does, Prune Juice Cookie is going to be dealing poison damage, and then they're going to be dealing more poison damage, and then they're going to be boosting that poison damage that is dealt, and then they'll be putting this goo on the enemies, so they'll keep taking poison damage. And while all this is happening, Prune Juice is going to summon in a little prune jelly, which is going to do poison damage, and then when that prune jelly dies, it'll be doing more poison damage. So yeah, Prune Juice Cookie, a lot of poison damage. You know what that means when you have a lot of poison damage. Absolutely not good at all for the Living Abyss boss, but that does come in clutch for the Red Velvet Dragon. There's actually already been a Red Velvet Dragon team made that hits around 150 million damage with Prune Juice Cookie, and we'll be doing a video on that team later this week. But for the sake of today's video, we're just going to talk about what Prune Juice Cookie is good at, what Prune Juice Cookie is bad at, and we'll go from there. The three main things that I see really special about this cookie, though, also their sticky goo, which basically, instead of their poison being removed as a debuff, it'll remove that instead. And then also the summon itself doesn't have an actually health. It dies based off the amount of times it's hit, and that is set at 30 hits. So it's kind of like the walls in the Avatar boss. That's how the summon works, and I think that's a really good idea for summons because summons do die pretty easily, and I think this is maybe a kind of a solution for that. So taking Prune Juice Cookie into a couple of things now, I took Prune Juice Cookie into 1230's boss on dark mode, and as you can see here, she cleaned this boss up pretty easily, did a lot of damage to this boss, and absolutely destroyed it really. And then I also took them up against the Living Abyss boss, which, as you know, does 0 damage because the Living Abyss is immune to poison damage. But after that, we took them up against the Red Velvet Dragon with a very, very scuffed team, and they seem to work pretty well there. So like I said before, we'll be building a better team for the Living Abyss to do more damage on it, and maybe some more easy team for you guys to use on the Living Abyss. And finally, I took Prune Juice Cookie into Arena. And honestly, in Arena, guys, I beat this like almost top 500 team with Prune Juice Cookie, and yeah, I mean, look for yourself. I mean, it's doing absolutely massive amounts of damage here. It didn't even kill one of my cookies, and yeah, I think they're decently good, or good for Arena even. And they're just great. They're just pretty good. But as far as some of the cons go for Prune Juice Cookie is they are pretty squishy even when they have a good amount of damage resist on them. Against certain teams, they will die pretty quick. And also, if you can't get that summon up, then it might hinder your ability to do damage with them. But other than that, they are pretty good. We're going to save my should you summon until after I talk about the rest of the cookies in this update. But those are my pros and cons for Prune Juice Cookie right now. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about Mala Sauce's Magic Candy. So Mala Sauce's Magic Candy actually looks pretty good, but there is one very, very scummy thing they did with this candy, which we'll get into after when we're talking about the skill. So Mala is going to be doing more fire damage now. Also, she'll be stunning the enemies, and if they can't be stunned, she'll be doing more fire damage on top of that. Then she'll be giving 25% crit to the whole team, which is really nice because considering last time she could only give crit to, I think, the top 2 people with the highest crit on the team, which is kind of inconsistent. But with this, it makes it a lot more usable. Now, let's talk about their level 10, level 20, and level 30 ability, because with this cookie, they added in a special ability for level 30 candy, which is not very good. Well, I mean, it's good, but it's kind of scummy. So at level 10, for every normal attack they receive, they'll be getting 1% damage resist that lasts for 15 seconds, which is basically the whole match, up to 20 times, which means they'll have 20% damage resist here. At level 20, they'll be getting 1.5% for 15 seconds, up to 20 stacks, meaning they'll give around 30 damage resist there. And at level 30, they'll be getting 2% damage resist for 15 seconds for 20 stacks, which is 40% damage resist. But this is the extra skill I was talking about. Spicy Mala's extra effect. Increase crit damage for fire type damage by 15% for 12 seconds. That means fire type teams are going to be doing a lot more damage whenever you get this candy to level 30. This will help out Capsaicin, it'll help out Chili Pepper, which we'll talk about next, and just everyone in general. Now, the testing that I did with this cookie, guys, I took this cookie in against the Living Abyss, and it seemed to work alright against the Living Abyss. It didn't do as much damage as I thought it would do. I also took it into an arena match or two with a scam team. You could probably use a different team than I used there. I just wanted to try it out with the scam team because of the increased crit, and it worked out okay there too. It seems like the candy helped out a little bit, There's probably better use cases for it than what I found, but I know paired with probably the other fire type cookies, it works a bit better than what I could test with today. So yeah, I mean, I think it seems like a decent thing. But with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about Chili Pepper's upgrade now. So the big change they made in Chili Pepper cookie is for every 1% of crit she has, she gives 2% crit damage to herself up to 200%, and her single hit damage is fire damage now, so she will be getting a damage increase from the likes of Mala Sauce and the likes of Capsation Cookie with the increased fire damage that she's going to be dealing now. Now I find that running full crit jellies is the best for her if you're going to use her. She's actually not that bad anymore. She's still like bad, right? But she's not as bad as she was. She went from not being able to kill 1230's dragon on normal mode to now she can kill it solo on dark mode in just about a minute. So she definitely got a huge damage increase from this, and I am very happy to see the damage increase she got. Hopefully she'll be getting a candy soon and make her even better, but you know how that goes. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and talk about Capsation Cookie now. And the final cookie we got, guys, is Capsation Cookie. And basically what Capsation Cookie is going to do is he's going to be doing a lot of fire damage, lava eruption damage, his magma debuff, which increases fire damage by 20% for 20 seconds. So that means you're getting 60% extra fire damage against the enemies. Burn damage is going to be 27.3% damage for every second for 16 seconds, stacks up to 2 times. So that means you'll probably be doing a max around 50 something % damage every second for 16 seconds, which is actually pretty huge. From what I've heard around the community, this is like a direct replacement for Werewolf Cookie. Kind of sad, I know, but he seems like that's going to be the case, is he's going to be the replacement for Werewolf Cookie in most things, and like at least Arena anyways. Then of course he goes into Spice Overlord mode, which will be doing more damage, that being 362% of attack, and he'll be doing burn damage for every 0.8 seconds for 16 seconds, which is pretty big. And then he has his lava eruption damage when he leaves his Overlord state, which deals 130% of attack plus 20% damage for every stack of magma debuff, which, keep in mind, guys, you can get up to 3 stacks of that, so he can do up to 60% extra damage on top of the 130 he's doing for his final strike damage. And then he's going to have immortality that lasts 6 seconds. Now, from what I've heard about the immortality, is that it activates when he gets stunned, but if he gets stunned early in the match, it will only activate when he gets low HP. It only activates once per match. It'll remove debuffs and stuff like that. So take that for how you will. This cookie seems like he's pretty good. It does seem like right now that maybe the flame type cookies are underwhelming, but we're gonna have to do more testing with them to actually see how good they are. Tell me what your guys' thoughts are in the comments below about the fire cookies or fire type burn, whatever it is, because I haven't had much of a chance to test with Capsation Cookie because I can't pull them yet. Imagine being broke and not having any luck. Thank you, Dev Sisters, for changing the gacha up. Anyways, so yeah, guys, let's hit a little wraparound back to the Prune Juice Cookie. Should you summon for Prune Juice Cookie? Yes, I think Prune Juice Cookie is pretty good in just about everything in the game, and I think you should definitely get copies for them, especially if you are wanting to attack the Red Velvet Dragon and use them in Arena. I think they'll even be good for Alliance mode too, so yes, I think you should summon for that cookie. Now, as far as getting Mala Sauce's candy, it seems like for Mala Sauce to be really, really useful, you have to dedicate a lot of resources to it by getting it level 30. So if you don't plan on getting level 30, get it at least level 1, maybe level 10 just for that damage resist increase. But if you really want to use Mala Sauce, it seems like you're going to have to get them all the way to candy level 30. So if you don't feel like putting in that grind, then I don't know if that's a really good investment for you. Chili Pepper Cookie, should you upgrade them? Probably not. Even though they do more damage now, they're still not that good. But yeah, guys, I wouldn't probably upgrade Chili Pepper right now. Like I said, she's not that good for anything right now still. Maybe when she gets her candy, she'll be good, but as of right now, not so much. As for Capsation Cookie, I would, of course, try to pull for him because he's really good. If you get lucky, then great, use him. I think he's a good replacement for a werewolf, but you know how the banner goes. If you're not lucky and you don't have good pulls, then good luck. Anyways, guys, tell me what your thoughts are on these cookies in the comments below. That's gonna do it for today's video. Guys, a little bit later today, there'll also be a video on how to get skill powders, so please watch that if you can. Also, remember to subscribe to the channel too, because we're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers before I lose my job. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Hope everyone enjoys, and I will see you in the next one later. Bye-bye.